Hi guys, my name is Jeannie and I write under the pseudonym J.L. Niche Author for my science fiction fantasy books and under J.L. Nikki Author for my lesbian romance books. This tutorial is a PLOTTR tutorial and it is going to examine plotting a short story using the PLOTTR software. That's PLOTTR. A quick review of PLOTTR: you can outline faster, organize smarter, and expedite your plotting process. And it imports into Scrivener and Word. It's a cloud-based saving software with a visual timeline, and it allows you to tag characters, places, act structure, beats, and pretty much any customized tag that you'd like to do on your timeline in order to organize and expedite the plotting process. Welcome to my first of many videos, Learning PLOTTR Fast. In this video, we want to develop a character for our novel. So let me take you into PLOTTR software. So PLOTTR does have an established example of character development that you can download and use. It's from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, with the characters involved in that story. If you're familiar with that story, Elizabeth Bennet is the main character, and as you can see, the development of her character, PLOTTR folks went in and created her character and gave her a designation as a main and a short description, main character. And they gave her a note of she has a lively, playful disposition and tendencies toward prejudice, which cloud her perceptions. So they have an opportunity here in the character development to assign attributes. And of course, they did a few attributes. She doesn't possess a fortune. She's married during the story, and her partner is Mr. Darcy. There's an ability to add additional templates to expand on the character, many templates. And I'm going to go through a couple on mine when I talk about the help with Catherine Stockett. Elizabeth Bennet, they put a main character designation and some tags that allow us to track who she is, her thumbnail picture. So this is a very simple character development. So Aibileen Clark is a character in Catherine Stockett's The Help. She plays a middle-aged African-American maid who has raised many white children in Jackson, Mississippi. So her bio is Aibileen Clark, main character, short description of an African-American maid who has raised numerous white children in Jackson, Mississippi. I did pull her image off of the internet for The Help, the movie, from the movie. But again, it's a descriptor. You are not required to have a character thumbnail. Basically, I've added the note that she is one of three main protagonists in the novel. She has a character with the largest story arc, and she self-narrates in the book, in the novel. If you go into the configure, you can add any attributes. One of the attributes that I wanted to track was personality type. If you were to add like hair color, and you did not mark this paragraph, it would be an available, attribute down here to say, okay, her hair color is brown. However, I'm not tracking her specific attributes in that manner. So she's kind, she's shy, she's faithful to God, and she bears racial oppression with quiet resilience. That's her personality. So one of the things I did on this was to add the template of character arc. So if you want to add a template, any template, and you choose it, it basically opens up as one of the new options for your character. So you can add a template that you want to, and you can remove it. Just that simple, if you don't like the template. So on this particular character, I added character arc, goal, motivation, conflict. The character arc is going to tell you basically how she goes from her starting point in the book to her final impression. So the first impression is that she's someone that accepts whatever's given and does not rise to the challenge of any of it because it's the way things are. She's experienced. She's afraid to upset the status quo. And she's smart, but she's quiet. And she's also angry and devastated by the death of her son and the way he died. Her goal is she wants freedom from the chains she lives under and to allow her voice and her story to be told. Her flaw, however, is that she's an aging Black maid that's been broken down in a society of white supremacy. She plays the role of an experienced maid, an experienced woman, trapped in her mind and remains overly amicable to avoid rising above her station. So she's very passive. Her aha moment is when her son died, which makes her too angry to breathe, but it's more so when she embraces a central role in the writing project of another character, Skeeter. So the action that she takes is she has to find a voice, and one of the ways she does that is literally finding a writer's voice. She begins to take risks and rely on her faith for guidance. The transformation at the end is that Aveline discovers her own courage and talents, which leads her to leave her job as maid and accept an undetermined path that leads to more independence. So that is the character arc. Very good template. Another great template that I like to use is the goal, motivation, conflict. So her external goal is that she teaches the children she raises that the color of skin doesn't matter, but love and kindness does. And her external motivation is that injustices are happening all around her. The loss of her son, the abuse of the maids, racism. And her external conflict is that she embraces a central role in a writing project with Skeeter, but fears getting caught. Her internal goal is that she wants to find a new identity. She doesn't like where she's at. And I put, as a writer, her internal motivation is that she embraces the risks and relies on her faith for guidance. And her internal conflict is she lacks courage, fear of getting caught or being recognized in the book, and that dependence on her identity as a maid. So there's different ways to look at the goal, motivation, conflict. So also she has a bio, like things that I thought were important, like how old is she, what's her eye color, what's her hair color, skin. She's dark skinned. She's city of birth is Jackson, Mississippi. She dropped out of high school. That's kind of important on her education. She's the main protagonist. She has some bad habits, probably, but mostly good habits. She's when things happen around her and she prays, they seem to fix themselves. Somehow they get worked out. So her friend Minnie tells her, "We are on a party line to God, but you are setting right in his ear," because she writes down her prayers instead of saying them. Anyway, her life goal is to make her story public, albeit anonymously, tell her side. And her fear is getting caught, but yet she still persists to give Mae Mobley, the toddler, two basic themes in life: self-love and racial equality. So this is the character development that I've taken on. And if you were to do your own character development, you would go to your dashboard and you would create a blank project and call it, my project title. And when you're in the project, which it creates over a few minutes, so you would have your project, your timeline, your characters. So your characters, you would start off with making a character, create the name, main character, short description. And again, you could continue on with some of the options there and also add some templates. And there are quite a few templates to draw from. So you may want to take some time, if you're a serious writer, to study the templates that are provided. And I will be going over there in future tutorials. So thank you. And you can also obtain PLOTTR on my affiliate link, which I will provide for the affiliate article in my blog and also down below this video.